Welcome back. In this video, I will tell you about rare stamps worth money. Anguilla 1967 half cent to $5 independent Anguilla overprints complete, bright and fresh, original gum 3 cent, 20 cent and 25 cent with light owner's hand stamp on the gum. Lovely mint set of these rare overprints which were issued in very limited quantities due to the shortage of available stocks for overprinting, making these among the rarest stamps of the entire Elizabethan area. Well, the Scott price is $15,235. Bahamas 1862 6p lavender grey perforation 11.5 to 12, an incredibly rare unused example being the first unused Bahamas SG number 11 ever offered in auctions. Strong color for this, fresh and fine, one of the key rarities to complete an unused Bahamas collection. Scott price is $11,000. Barbados 1860 half P yellow green pin perforation 12.5, unused bright fresh color, pin perforations intact nearly all around, a desirable example of one of the rarest unused stamps of Barbados and being the first such example offered in auctions. Scott price $8,500, sold for $11,000. Stanley Gibbon value £7,500. Barbados 1874 1p deep blue clean cut perforation 14.5 to 15.5. Far better centering than the other example in private hands. This stamp could be considered the rarest stamp in the entire sovereign collection. There are only 3 copies known, all of which are used. One is in the Royal Collection, the other was in the Joseph Hackney Collection. Well, the Scott price is $12,500, sold for $29,000. Stanley Gibbon price £8,500. Basutoland 1934 half p to 6 pence official overprints complete. An amazingly fresh and choice set of these extraordinarily rare officials. Gorgeous vibrant colors throughout, well centered, with each being very lightly hinged only once. Certainly among the finest of the less than 11 mint sets that exist. Each stamp is accompanied by certificates. Scott price $26,500, sold for $37,500. Bechuanaland 1988 protectorate overprint on 10 shilling green and black, an extraordinarily handsome mint example of this high value rarity, possessing outstanding centering, which is rarely encountered on this series. Accompanied by BPA certificate, Scott number 58, and price is $4,750. The Stanley Gibbon price £4,000. Well, Bermuda 1874 3 pence provisional surcharge type 6 on 1p rose red. Unused example of this rarity. Center to the left as are all known genuine examples. Certificate states pale color, but it is actually a pleasing pastel shade. Only a lower left pane of 60 received this provisional surcharge. And of this population, there are 3 blocks of 4 known, as well as the unique block of 6, leaving only a possible 42 singles in existence. British Central Africa 1895 25 pound black and blue green coat of arms. Rarely seen unused example of this British Africa high value rarity. Remarkably well centered, strong color on fresh paper, scissor separated perforations at the left and bottom, as often on this, and regummed, very fine. Scott number 31, and the price is $11,500. British Central Africa 1907 2p dull and bright violet and 4p grey green and black. Unwatermarked multiple crown and CA. Fresh unused pair of these two high values that are considered to be the rarest of the British King Edward VII issues. Both center to the top as are all known examples. Strong color. Only 18 examples of each of these values ever reached the market because the name of this country was changed to Nyasaland Protectorate at the time they were produced. British East Africa 1891 half Anna dull violet Mombasa provisional surcharge on 2A vermilion initialed AD, especially bright and fresh, uncharacteristically well centered. Very fine part original gum, most impressive mint example of this scarce provisional. RPS and BPA certificates are present and sold for $12,000. British Guiana stamp 1862 2-cent black on yellow with italic S. A fabulous unused example with complete roulettes all around. A very rare trait on this issue. Bright and fresh, well centered. Any unused example of Scott number 120 is rare, but to find one in this outstanding condition, as well as being the italic S variety, is truly remarkable. Sold for $6,750, accompanied by BPA certificate. British Guiana SG number 11, 1853 to 59, 1 cent vermilion, imperforate, unused, deep vibrant color and proof-like impression on fresh white paper. Large margins all around, tiny trace of a thin speck in the bottom left margins, otherwise very fine. A beautiful appearing example of this rarely offered stamp. Scott number 8 and the price is $4,500. Stanley Gibbon price £3,500. Well, our next stamp is British Guiana 1856 4 cent black on magenta. An amazing used example of this classic rarity, completely free of the surface rubbing and other faults that exist on nearly all other examples. With deep paper color and large balanced margins all around and lightly struck Demerara double-ringed CDS. Extremely fine, certainly among the very finest quality copies extant. Scott number 14 and the price is $7,750. British Guiana 1878 1 cent on 4 cent blue official ruled through with one horizontal and one vertical bar. Used as all known examples. Deeply rich color, nicely centered. Very fine, one of the key rarities of the British Guiana that is on the virtually every collector's want list. Accompanied by certificates, and Scott number formerly was 88 but now it is 85A, sold for $6,750. Well, British Honduras 1888 3 cent surcharge on 3p chocolate, watermarked crown and CC. Perforation 12 and a half, unused with small part original gum. Centered a bit to the top and left as are all known examples. Rich color. Stamp was caused by a single sheet of 60 of 3p perforation 12 and a half, surcharged among a much larger quantity of the perforation 14 values of the original 60. Far fewer exist today and most of these are used. British Honduras 1888 2 in black on 50 cent on 1 shilling grey. A most impressive mint example of this great trial surcharge rarity. Attractive color and centered a bit to right as are all known examples. Signed on the back by the postmaster W.G. Aikman. Well, accompanied by Friedel and BPA certificates, and the price is $18,750. The Scott number is 26A. Well, stamp from Australia, SG number is D62. 1909.20 shilling dull green postage due. Magnificent mint example of the rarest of all the Australian postage dues, being incredibly well centered, gorgeous rich color, and a clean impression on pristine white paper. Full original gum with just a tiny bit of hinge remnant. Scott number J38 and price $11,000. SG number is D62 and the price is £6,000. I hope you liked the video. Thank you and please subscribe.